I have the absolute best method for writing your intentions that leverages your subconscious mind so that they actually manifest. This is the exact method that I use when setting my intentions in my business and in my personal life. And I teach this to all of my clients. It's helped me manifest so many things. In business, I've used it to manifest mentors, dream clients, social media growth, money, creativity. Personal life, I've manifested things like inner peace, incredible aligned friendships, travel and vacations, fitness. I mean, so many things. Anything that feels like a big deal or a stretch for me, I will use this method of writing my intentions, and it always works. A question that a lot of people ask is, what is a manifestation statement? And this is when you write out your intention or your desire, like a specific desire for one area, one dimension of life. It's not just generally being like, I want my life to be great. I want my dream life. Okay, well, what's in your dream life? What are you experiencing in your dream life? What thoughts do you have in your dream life? What do you see around you? Who's with you? What are you doing? What do you possess? What do you have? What are you contributing and giving to the world? All of those details, they matter. So a manifestation statement is exactly that. It is writing out a specific desire for a specific area of life. So how do you write one? How do you write a manifestation statement? Well, I'm going to tell you the best possible way. And ideally, you are going to hand write it because your subconscious mind really loves to see your own handwriting. It's not the end of the world though. If you're a Notion girl like me and you want to type it all out, you can totally do that. I actually end up doing both. But ask yourself, what do you really want to experience in this life? What do you really honestly want to experience? Let all of the outside influences float away for a minute, and your soul, what do you want to experience? And when you have something specific in mind, we're going to write it in my special way. And if you're liking this video so far, hey, this is a new channel and I need all the likes I can get. So make sure you stop and give it a like. Okay, let's get into it. How do you write your powerful intentions? Here's how you're going to write it. It is now the date when you want it. And I have, or I am, or I received one of those words. Pick the one that fits and then write in your specific desire. So, for example, you could write, it is now December 31st, 2022. And I received an extra $10,000. Then you're going to write, I know this because I see. You're going to describe all of the proof around you that this is manifested. This is how you're going to be able to tell what you're looking for, what you expect to show up as the proof for you. And you're going to give descriptive examples of what you see, of what you hear, and what you feel. Everything as if you're going to float right down in your body in the future and see all of this as if it's already happened. So for the money example, you could say, I know this because I see the deposit in my checking account and my online bank statement. And you could say, oh, I hear the sound of my own voice telling my boyfriend about it. And I hear his voice being excited because we're finally going to be able to buy that trip that we've been wanting to go on. And then you could say something like, I feel so happy, so excited. I feel so grateful. All of the things that you feel emotionally inside of you with this extra $10,000. The last thing you're going to write down is, I manifested this because and you're going to write in any of the actions that you know that you took to make this happen. So your own personal internal resources, your own strengths that you leveraged, whatever it is that you did to contribute to this manifesting. Maybe even with the extra $10,000, maybe you didn't even do anything like too extra outside of what you're already doing. Maybe you just showed up consistently in your business. Maybe you promoted your offers in a way that felt really aligned for you. Maybe you worked on your money mindset. Maybe you listened to a hypnosis recording or a subliminal or something that really helped to shift your beliefs about you and put more faith in your clients and in your customers. So it could be like the mental work. It's not always necessarily going to be new, like physical work that you're doing, but it's going to be something. There's going to be something that you're going to do that you're not currently doing now that is going to lead to you manifesting it. Yes. I'll just give you another example of what this could look like really quick. So let's say that you are manifesting meeting someone new. All right. So you could say it is now January 31st, 2023, and I have met someone I really enjoy spending time with, someone I really like. I know this because I see the text on my phone from him. I hear the sound of their voice laughing at my jokes when we're on a date, and I feel excited. I feel giddy. I feel hopeful again, etc. All of the things that you would say that you felt. And you could say, I manifested this because I downloaded my dating apps and I took a chance on the people that I felt in my gut I should meet. If you want more examples of what this looks like, I'm happy to give them to you. Comment them on this video if you're like, I'm not sure exactly what I would write for this particular thing. Let's flesh it out down in the comments. I'm so happy to help you out with that. Another question that I get asked a lot and I want to address is what not to say when manifesting. So it's important to remember that the subconscious mind doesn't process negatives. So you might have noticed in the examples that I was giving you, I didn't say like, I don't watch TV anymore, or like I didn't say any of any of that stuff. So the same thing applies when you are writing affirmations for yourself. You want to make sure that anywhere where you might use a word like never, no, don't, can't, those types of negative words, they just get canceled out. They just get deleted by the subconscious. So if we're writing them out and we're saying them to ourselves repeatedly, if we're reading them over and over, etc., journaling it over and over, whatever it is that we're doing with it, we want to make sure that we reframe it, rephrase it into positive language only. And when I say the word positive, I'm not meaning like good or bad. Like I'm literally just saying, say what you want, not what you don't want. So say exactly what it is that you want. Even if you're out there and you're writing down the area of like, I manifested this because don't write the stuff that you stopped doing. I mean, if you need to make note of the things that you're going to quit doing so you can create space for the things that you are doing, then do that. Sure. But for this particular statement that you're going to write down, maybe you're going to put it on a sticky note and put it by your desk so that your subconscious mind sees it along the way, or you're going to write it in your journal. Write it the way that I described with the positive words, because you want to focus on what you are moving toward and what you are becoming, and remove that energy and that focus from what you do not want. How do I know if I'm manifesting correctly? I can make a whole other video on this, but the way that I break it down is it should be easy, and that's an acronym. So the E stands for enjoyable. The A stands for as if it's already done. The S stands for senses, like sensory, engaging all of those senses that we kind of talked about when you're writing out. And the Y stands for yes. It should create this resounding yes within your body anytime that you are doing a manifesting method, because we are all manifesting all the time, not just when you sit down to write your intentions. But if you're sitting down to write this and you're noticing it's not enjoyable, you're having a lot of resistance, there might be some other inner work that you need to do. You might need to re-regulate your nervous system. You might need to do some tapping. Maybe you have some beliefs around doing manifestation methods that need to sort of be rewired before you can actually sit down and enjoy doing things like this, enjoying journaling or enjoying saying affirmations, whatever that might be, whatever that energetic work is. You might have to do a little bit of that before you enjoy it. Or it could just be that this particular method that you're trying to do isn't for you, and that's okay. But it should be pretty enjoyable, right? You don't want to be having any negative feelings. And sometimes we're just having a bad day. And if that's the case, then maybe this isn't the day to be writing your intentions. I like to do mine on the new moon or around the new moon every single month. So I kind of have one day that I know I'm going to sit down and set all of my intentions. If I need to do a reset any other time, I let myself do that as well. But that's sort of the time when I know that the cosmic energy is supporting me in sitting down and focusing on that. And then as if it's already done, you'll notice in the way that we wrote this example that it is as if it's already done. It's certain. It's already done. It's present or past tense. Every single time, write it that way, because if you write it as if it is in the future, well, your subconscious is here to give you everything that you want and everything that you ask for. So if you're asking for this goal to remain in the future, then the subconscious is like, okay, here you go. Yeah, it's it's still in the future, exactly where you wanted it, right? So literal. So keep that in mind as if it's already done. And sensory, again, that's why we wrote I see, I hear, I feel. You can even write like something that you're touching. Like I feel like literally besides emotions, I feel the feelings of the keys underneath my fingers as I'm typing. Say that you manifested something and then you were sending out an email about it. Or you could say, oh, I feel the warmth of the fire that I'm sitting next to with my date. Whatever it is, you want to engage as many of the senses as possible when you are picturing this and creating this visual within. And then again, that resounding yes. If you feel like you're setting an intention and it doesn't seem right. And again, we're kind of ignoring that inner critic, that critical part of our mind that maybe still has a little bit of doubt. We're going to be ignoring that. But I'm talking about if it just feels like, man, it feels like I should want this, but I kind of don't. It might actually not be something that you want to experience, but rather something that you've been told that you want. So check in with that as well. And remember too that everyone kind of has their own unique way of manifesting that they really like. Some people love journaling. Some people love this method that I gave you today. They love sitting down and writing out all of their intentions, and they love to do it over and over. They love to write every single day. They're going to write out what they're manifesting over and over and over again, and it works for them and they love it. For me, I don't do it that way. I like to write it one time. That's it. I've set the intention. I know that it's coming and it comes. It comes into my reality as I take those actions that I decided. And I like it too because it feels so inevitable. When I sit down and I make a clear plan of action as if I'm living in the end, as if I know, hey, this is already done and I can reverse engineer my success, it's inevitable. And if you want to feel like your goals and your desires are inevitable as well and have a literal clear plan from the end, working backwards, reverse engineering your success, and you want to do that alongside me and alongside other like minded people, then join my workshop down in the description below. This workshop is going to shift you to completely align with what you desire to experience and guide you to create a clear plan of action towards your goals. I can't wait to see you in there and to support you in this. Again, if you have any questions, please drop them down in the comments. I'd love to engage with you here and help guide you along as best as I can. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Okay, let's go.